effector response means reflex activity over muscles, muscle contraction. So এরকম হচ্ছে কেন আওয়াজটা? Reflex can be defined as an involuntary effector response due to a sensory stimulus. And reflex can be the inborn reflex. This can be inborn and this can be acquired reflex. During lifetime, there are many more. Say for example, learning. Learning is a kind of reflex that has been acquired during your lifetime, right? Similarly, there are certain reflexes which are inherent from beginning, present. So these are the type of reflexes, inherent and acquired reflexes. So the key component of a reflex, second thing is that what is stretch reflex, but myotatic, sometimes we call myotatic. Stretch means, you know, it's a physical phenomena, stretching. When you stretch a muscle or stretch a tendon, it will stretch the muscle spindle, as already I have said many times during your practical, isn't it? I talk about the reflex, deep reflex. So deep reflexes are example of stretch reflex. So before you get a reflex, a deep reflex, mainly the jerks, 5 or 6 different types of jerks to elicit 6 types of jerks. So there should be a initial stimulus which should be most importantly required. That is what? That is the stretching of the tendon, as well as stretching of the muscle, as well as stretching of the muscle spindle, because you know that within the muscle spindle, interfusal muscle fibers, which are called as the muscle spindle, or the receptors. What receptors? Proprioceptors means which senses the proprioception, that means the muscle movement, kinesthetic movement, muscle movement, right? So for definition of stretch reflex, this is same, involuntary. This can be defined as an involuntary effector response due to stretching of a muscle. আগেরটা কি ছিল? reflex mean it can be anything else, reflex, but stretch reflex particularly, that can be defined as a reflex, involuntary rapid contraction of the muscle, or involuntary response, effector response to a muscles due to stretching of a muscle fiber, right? These things. And there are what key components of a reflex. What do you mean by the key component of a reflex? What are the components of a reflex? In a reflex are, what should be the components? Beginning what? The receptors. What are those? Receptors are here proprioceptors, mean muscle spindle, spindle by name spindle, but these are regarded as receptor. Remember, receptor. This is the diagram of a receptor. এটাকে বলে receptor. Now see, receptor, proprioceptors, and now diagram I will explain later. Before that, now let me define what is stretch reflex and what is reflex. An involuntary effector response due to a sensory stimulus called reflex. It may be inborn, it may be acquired. The entire process operates via a simple reflex arc. Reflex arc consists of these 5 components. Number 1, site of stimulus, receptors. Can you remember while eliciting the different types of jerks, mainly the deep reflexes, all jerks, all jerks, biceps, triceps, what ankle, what is this? This knee jerk, ankle jerk, and jaw jerk. So all are example of what? The stretch reflex. Myotatic. Myo means what? Myo means what? Myo means muscle. A tatic means what? It has derived from a Latin word. Tasis. T-A-C-I-S. Tasis means tension. যেমন সংস্কৃত সেরকম ল্যাটিন from tasis it is in English it is tension. So myotatic means what? Myotasis means the effector response, involuntary response due to stretching of muscles. When you stretch the muscles, when you stretch a muscle, tendon ke stretch korle ki hobe? As a result, tendon is attached to the bulk of the muscle, and bulk of the muscles, within bulk of the muscles, muscle spindles are buried. These are internal structure, buried within the muscle, bulk of the muscles, or bhitore 3 to 10 numbers of small muscle fibers, ei je erokom nuclear bag and nuclear chain. These are receptors, stretch receptors. So once you stimulate the stretch receptors, afferent impulse, for whatever afferent signal, afferent sensations, that will go to the spinal cord, either spinal cord or above the level of spinal cord, whatever. You know that the reflex mainly is organized at the level of, below the level of brain, right? At the level of spinal cord, all deep reflexes. You have seen the spinal cord segments, respective segments. So at the lower level, this can be done. That's why it's reflex, isn't it? Reflex mean involuntary response, and whatever volitional response, volitional control, that can be done by the cortex, brain, whole brain, isn't it? Cerebral cortex. So all voluntary response. But involuntary response below the subcortical, below the level of cortex, means at the level of spinal cord. That's why it's a reflex, right? Now, next stage reflex or myotatic reflex is an involuntary rapid muscle contraction triggered by stretching of the muscles. Triggered by stretching of the muscle, it functions as a protective mechanism to prevent overstretching. Overstretching matlab there should be a certain limit. Stretching, it cannot be done excessively. It never can happen excessive, right? So what happens? So that's why it's protective. If it becomes excessive, automatically it will be inhibited. The physiological mechanism is such that it should be inhibited. Immediately it should be inhibited. And for that there are inverse stretch reflex. There is another reflex, bisynaptic reflex. And all deep reflexes are example of monosynaptic. যতগুলো deep reflex করেছো practically, so all are example of what? Monosynaptic reflexes or stretch reflexes or monosynaptic or deep reflexes. Why? As because the muscle spindle, the receptors lie deep in the muscles. It is buried within the muscle structure, within the bulk of the muscle. Next, classification of reflexes. Now see, these are the classifications of, this is reflex arc starting from the receptors. These are all peripheral. Now here peripheral receptors. This is afferent. Afferent in stretch reflex, the primary afferent, it can be primary, it can be secondary. Whatever from primary sources afferent going, these are called primary afferent. Say for example, in nuclear bag fibers, it always carries 1A afferent, whereas nuclear chain fiber as well as the end plate, means trail end of the nuclear bag fiber, mane periphery of the muscle spindle, that carries the secondary fiber. Ki bollam? Primary fibers and secondary fibers. and primary 1A afferent, this is afferent, primary afferent when it is 1A, these are the 1A and 1B. So afferents coming from the nuclear bag fibers, these are dynamic fiber, gamma 1, known as gamma 1, and afferents from peripheral part or tail end of the nuclear chain fiber, those are afferent fibers, but secondary fiber. Secondary that has been designated as 2, as 1 and 1A, 1B in Golgi tendon, 1A in muscle spindle, 1A, and Golgi tendon 1B, right? Similarly, 2 from nuclear chain fiber. Nuclear bag fiber is the dynamic fiber. That means what? Dynamic means, what do you mean by dynamic? Muscle, so dynamic, static, what do you mean by dynamic and static? Because you know that that kinesthetic movement, muscle movement can be one static movement, can be of dynamic movement, because whenever you run, what happens? That is dynamic movement, one after another with rapid force and speed that can be changed. Acceleration happens, running accelerated. But when you lift any dumbbell or whatever against gravity, that is static response. That is an example of static. So mainly during static response, secondary fibers are responsible, and during dynamic response, what is important? Primary fibers, primary nerve endings are important. Primary means 1A. That's why it's called gamma 1 and gamma 2. These are static, and gamma fibers, these are afferent or efferent. Gamma is afferent or efferent. Gamma fiber, efferent. Gamma efferent, and these gamma fibers, they supply the muscle spindle, not the bulk of the muscle. But you know that the bulk of the muscle is supplied by which fiber? Which motor neuron? Alpha. Gamma do not supply the bulk of the muscles, right? Bulk of the muscles supplied by alpha only. That's why alpha is called final common pathway. Alpha motor neuron, directly ending on muscle, bulk of muscles, extrafusal muscle fiber. Muscle has two types. Muscle has, one is intrafusal means this, muscle spindle. Intrafusal very small amount, 3% to 5%, that is muscle spindle, and 95 to 97% is bulk muscle, means actin, myosin, the contractile having contractile units. Actual muscles, bulk muscles, right? This are intrafusal. Bulk of the muscle is known as extrafusal. Extrafusal muscle is supplied by which efferent? কোন efferent? Motor. Which motor? এই মাত্র বললাম তো, alpha motor neuron. Whereas muscle spindle is supplied by gamma motor neuron. Gamma motor neuron discharge, continuous discharge from gamma motor neuron, that causes the muscle spindles to stimulate. This is the continuous input from cortex, upper motor neuron, and these are the upper motor neuron. These actually regulate the muscle spindle. A lower motor neuron, alpha motor neuron, that regulate the muscle contraction, actual contraction of the muscle. And the combination of two, alpha and gamma, for stimulation, gamma motor neuron has to be continuously discharged, stimulus continuously, that discharge should be given by gamma motor neuron, whereas alpha motor neuron, that should be required for respective muscle contraction. One should be required for muscle contraction, one should be required for continuous stimulation of the muscle spindle. These are the things, and they exist like side by side, simultaneous, side by side. That's why it's called gamma moto alpha gamma co-activation. Alpha gamma, the combination is known as alpha gamma. Alpha ta ki holo? Alpha what? Alpha means bulk of the muscle contraction. Gamma means contraction of interfusal muscle fiber. So this should exist side by side, right? Next one is the diagram and level of the muscle spindle. Now this is, so muscle spindle has been, so now, so once again the classification. Now see, these are the on the basis of the synapse. One is monosynaptic, bisynaptic and polysynaptic. Now monosynaptic, example of monosynaptics, in practical class we have done these things. What are deep reflexes? All deep reflexes are example of monosynaptic. Only that's why monosynaptic is very rapid. No interneuron. Ekdam direct. Afferent, then efferent. Afferent, integrating center, spinal cord segment, then efferent coming out. So that's why it's very rapid contraction. And whenever you elicit the deep reflexes, it will be very fast. We have seen that the deep reflexes are very fast. This is an example of monosynaptic. What are the example? Monosynaptic or deep reflexes or stretch reflexes. These are knee jerk, biceps, triceps, supinator, jaw and ankle. These 6 type of jerks are example of monosynaptic. Next, only example of bisynaptic what? Inverse stretch reflex. That is reverse to stretch reflex. That means that resist excessive load. Sometimes you know, when if you put excessive load to muscles, what happens? Muscles can be tear, right? So tearing of muscles can be done, causing damage to the muscles and ultimately the pain to the muscles as well as pain to the tendon. So this can cause damage to the muscle as well as first tendon, then muscles. So to prevent this, there is one mechanism that is called inverse stretch reflex. Are all deep reflexes are direct stretch reflexes or deep reflexes. So bisynaptic, that is also known as inverse stretch reflex. Our example is Golgi tendon reflex. Now next, polysynaptic reflex. This is not deep reflexes. Polysynaptic means our example of what? Polysynaptic example of what? We have done this all. Plantar, abdominal, corneal, superficial reflexes. All are example of superficial and polysynaptic as well as polysynaptic reflexes. So all, now see, flexor withdrawal, crossed extensor, superficial, plantar, pupillary, corneal, cremasteric, abdominal. All are example of. Next, these are the properties of reflexes. Out of this now, there is, there is a reaction time. Why reaction time? There is a lag. So the moment you stimulate a nerve fiber, you won't get the response as early as you want. So there should be a time gap. That is called central delay, reaction time. Summation is important. Reflexos summation. Occlusion, that is very important, that occlusion. Facilitation, inhibition, recruitment, after discharge, sensitization and habituation. Continuous, continuous stimulus to a particular nerve, that either it can give stimulation or it can give inhibition. If it is satisfactory, so the response can be enhanced again and again, isn't it? Say for learning and learning is a type of is an example of either sensitization or habituation. Sensitization, that is the ultimate inspiration to get something learn, right? What? Repeated stimulation, repeated input. When it is satisfactory, this will give the sensitization, means or Opposite to sensitization is called habituation. So there are sometimes certain inputs that may not be satisfactory to the individual, that may be irritating. So they will leave it, right? So there will be a tendency to leave it. That is called habituation. Or sometimes with repeated stimulation, individual is habituated. বলে না habituated means ওর হবে না, পড়াশোনা হবে না, he is habituated to this, right? That means sensitization and habituation. And last is final common pathway, means alpha motor neuron. These are the properties of reflexes. Now the see the diagram of the muscle spindle, the key components. First, muscle spindles, which are known as proprioceptors, composed of 3 to 10 interfusal muscle fibers that lack myofilaments. ये जो stretch reflex, ये जो muscle spindles, actually there are two types. One is nuclear bag fiber, another one is nuclear chain fiber. Which one is predominantly more important? Nuclear bag and nuclear chain. Which one is predominantly more important for getting stretch reflex? Kunta, which one? Which one? Nuclear bag or nuclear chain? Nuclear bag fiber. Nuclear bag fiber is the actual means predominantly strong proprioceptors, and this is nuclear chain fibers. As because of their appearance, like bag-like appearance, these are called nuclear bag, and chain-like appearance are called slender, and chain-like appearance are called nuclear chain fibers. This is nuclear bag fibers is associated with mostly dynamic functions of the muscles. Muscle to দু রকমেরই functions হতে পারে. Muscle can do both type of functions, either dynamic or static. Static, lifting weight, static, and dynamic means running, movement, walking, running, right? This is called dynamic. So for dynamic functions, this is most important. For static function, this is most important. And the afferents carried by this nuclear bag fiber is 1A. This is primary afferent, and secondary afferents from nuclear chain fibers, mostly from the trail ends. Now see, there is one central portion and peripheral portion. Peripheral portions are known as, this is called trail end by end plate. This is called end plate of the muscle spindle. This is called trail end of the nuclear chain fiber. This is at the periphery, and end plate and trail end of the trail end of the nuclear chain fibers, they are contractile or non-contractile. These are attached near to the muscle tendon. These are contractile or non-contractile. These are contractile. So only the trail portion of both, these and these, trail portion of both are contractile, means they show actin and myosin. There are actin myosin at the peripheral portion, peripheral part of the nuclear bag and nuclear chain on either side. So these are actually contractile in nature. That is the reason that when you give a strike over tendon ki kore, tendon that causes stretching of the what? Stretching, tendon e jodi stretch koro, if you give a stretching to tendon, directly hit tendon, strike tendon, so tendon will be stretched. As a result, you know that tendon is attached to the muscle, bulk of the muscle, so muscle will also be stretched, right? Tendon ke jodi stretch koro, তাহলে কাকে stretch করা হলো? Indirectly muscle কেও stretch করা হলো। আর muscle ও যদি stretch হয়, if muscle gets stretched, then what happens? Within muscles, what are there? Within muscle spindle. So that spindle will be muscle spindles, that will also be stretched. So that stretching, that gives repeated key signal, repeated action potential, repeated signal that signal go to the cone center, spinal cord segment, that means integrating center. So that will reach the integrating center. वो जो continuous signal that will reach to the integrating center, and from there immediately from integrating from the spinal cord, immediately what happens? The afferent or the lower motor neuron that will cause the effector response. Means what? That will the signal command from integrating center that will reach the bulk of the muscles. As a result, muscles will be contracted. So contraction of muscles, that is very common thing when while eliciting any jerk, means deep reflexes. What you have seen, one the respective muscle will contract and response, what response? Either flexion or extension. So for biceps it will be flexed, है ना, biceps, and for triceps it will be extended. For knee jerks it will be extension, not flexion, extension, followed by contraction of the quadriceps, quadriceps contraction. So that you have seen while eliciting a type of deep reflexes, all deep reflexes. You have seen this, isn't it? So these things. Now nuclear bag, nuclear chain. This is called flower spray ending. This is called annulospiral ring. Annulo means annulospiral. Spiral, you know, that annulospiral ring. This annulospiral ring, where lies the receptors, the small receptors, millions of small receptors, this and these things. This is the structure of a muscle spindle. Level it. You have to level it. First, draw a diagram of muscle spindle, level it, then give significance of physiological significance of the muscle spindle. That means what for stage reflex is important. So stage reflex. Now next, coming to the alpha gamma co-activation of or loading and unloading. Now see, first try to understand what do you mean by load. Load ekhane konta. What do you mean by loading of the muscle? Loading means stimulation. A jo striking the tendon, that is known as loading. Why loading? Because it causes stretching of the tendon, as a result stretching of the muscle spindle, as a result stretching of the muscle. Within muscles it stretches muscle spindle also, right? That is called load. So following loading, what happens immediately? So load you have given load, isn't it? Means stimulate, striking. You have strike the tendon. So what happens immediately? Immediately what happens? Immediately effector response. How? Because of the whatever signal that goes via afferent, primary afferent or secondary afferent to the integrating center, mean respective spinal cord segment. From there, immediately command passes from integrating center to the effector of the muscles, means extrafusal muscle, right? What happens immediately? There will be muscle K. Immediately what happens? Stimulus, first afferent fiber that goes to integrating center, then motor neuron exit, then what happens? Alpha motor neurons, then that goes to the bulk of the muscle, then what happens? There will be muscle contraction, and following contraction what happens? एक बार muscle contract हो गया, पहले muscle stretched था, in the beginning the muscle was stretched. Now what happens after contraction? Immediately after happening of contraction, what happens? Muscle will be contracted. So following contraction, what happens? Now what was previously stretched, means muscle spindles. Previously in the beginning it was stretched, now it will be relaxed. কি বুঝতে পারছো না? That is called unloading. पहले था load. Load means stretch, continuous stretch. That was the loading. And unloading means immediately after contraction of the muscles, say biceps contraction of biceps, তখন কি হবে, ওটা কি হলো, মানে shortening. So shortening of length, what does it do? Shortening of length ultimately muscle spindles are relaxed. So this won't be stretched now, right? This is called unloading. Previously loading, যখন তুমি টেন্ডনে over tendon you have stretched, you have stretched, right? That is called loading. Now after contraction, this is called unloading. So these are the things, loading and unloading, and this is done by simultaneously alpha and gamma. Alpha that causes the muscle contraction, or gamma that causes the continuous discharge, মানে load to the muscle spindle. Gamma motor neuron concerned with muscle spindle, এরা muscle spindle গুলোকেই continuous discharge করে, কি continuous discharge of what? Stimulus. Continuously they discharge stimulus, and these are under the action of the under the control of the upper motor neuron. এই যে gamma motor neurons, these actually arise from the কি cortical structure and subcortical structure, continuously send signals from reticular formation, from pons, from medulla, from cortex. So continuously they discharge neurons for stimulation, muscle spindle. ঠিক আছে, these things. So alpha gamma coactivation and significance of what? Stretch receptor. Now see, muscle spindle composed of 3 to 10 interfusal muscle fibers. These are interfusal muscle fibers. Example of interfusal: nuclear bag and nuclear chain. So interfusal muscle fibers that lack myofilaments in their central regions, but peripheral are non-contractile and serve as receptive surfaces. Central region non-contractile, তাহলে which region is contractile? Peripheral region, মানে trail end, peripheral, trail end or end plate. These are contractile. Next, monosynaptic arc muscle spindles are wrapped with two types of efferent endings. Number one, primary sensory ending of type 1A fibers এখানে, and secondary sensory nerve endings of type 2 fibers. These are the efferents, two types of efferent. पहले क्या था? पहले था stimulus, then efferent, then what? Then efferent. These regions are gamma motor neurons. These regions are muscle spindles. Regions, মানে trail ends, are innervated by gamma efferent fibers. Further, you know that the gamma efferent are gamma 1 type, gamma 2 type. Gamma 1 is the dynamic fibers, or gamma 2 is static fibers. Dynamic fibers means those are engaged with rate of change, মানে acceleration, rate of change. You know that the acceleration is rate of change of speed, that is called acceleration. Velocity, rate of change, that is called acceleration. And gamma 1, those are concerned with dynamic movement, ওটাকে dynamic বলে. Whenever you move means displacement, actual displacement, work done, running, right? So this is gamma 1, and gamma 2 is static movement. So no without any displacement within same structure. Now you are lifting certain weight lifting. So person engaged with weight lifting, that is static response. So dynamic, static is clear. So whenever there is rate of change, that means gamma 1 fibers are involved. Whenever there is only static, that means who is involved? Static है gamma 2, gamma 1, gamma 2. Note, contractile muscle fiber are extrafusal fibers and are innervated by alpha motor neuron. Don't misunderstood this portion, that gamma motor and alpha motor, they directly supply the bulk of the muscle, concerned with muscle contraction, alpha motor neuron, and gamma motor neuron, not like that. They are not concerned, they don't directly concerned with muscle contraction, but indirectly. Through whom? Through muscle spindle, because they supply the muscle spindle. And these are the gamma motor neurons, these are the motor neurons continuously discharge impulses to the lower motor neuron. So, lower motor neuron means alpha is under control of gamma motor. This is the structure of this. Now see, this is the tendon and this is, what is this? Like these are the diagram of muscle spindle, and this is diagram of, what is this? Golgi tendon. Tendoneও receptor ache. Don't you think that muscles have only the receptors, muscle spindle? Tendon also have key receptor. Like muscle spindles, they also having what? They also having Golgi tendon, Golgi tendon organ. This organ is, these are receptors. This is primary nerve ending. It is afferent from this. This afferent is 1B type. Tale 1A muscle spindle, those carry 1A fibers, afferent fibers, and Golgi tendon carry what fibers? 1B. 1A muscle spindle, 1B Golgi tendon. So these things, now see, this is the bulk of the muscles. These are actually the extraphyseal muscle. And deep within this, now you see, this is the muscle spindle. So the diagram what I have drawn. Now see the diagram I have drawn. This same thing that I have drawn in board. This is called muscle spindle. And muscle spindle, now see, the primary afferent, efferent, extrafusal muscle, intrafusal, this is extrafusal. This one is extrafusal muscle. Intrafusal, this muscle spindle, intrafusal. Now see alpha efferent, efferent. Efferent is a primary efferent, primary sensory ending, type 1 is a primary sensory ending. These are ekdam directly from the core of the nuclear bag fiber, is a core structure, it is a primary structure. Whatever incoming from core structure is known as primary structure. Or secondary from peripheral, those are secondary. Secondary means two. One primary, two secondary. So primary efferent, secondary efferent. Next efferent. Efferent also see the alpha motor neuron is efferent. Here efferent hoche alpha efferent motor fiber, two extrafusal muscle fiber, muscle spindle, connective tissue, bas this thing. So this should be now in exam, most important thing, draw a diagram. What is first? Define stage reflex, draw a diagram and level it. Draw a diagram of muscle spindle and level it, each and every components of the muscle fiber. And last what should be the physiological significance of muscle spindle? Now who can say? Is there any physiological significance? Do they have any physiological significance? Spindle? These are important for what? Particularly, you know, the reflex. Whatever importance of reflex, these are same for stage reflex also. Key reflex, what are the significance of reflex? Key reflex. Yes, reflex that gives an indication of muscle tone of the muscles, whether tone exists or not, right? Whether tone exists or not. So that is, so this is important in terms of muscle tone and posture. As long as muscle tone is there, you can stand up, you can sit, you can lie, whatever you want you can do. Any posture you can perform, right? If muscles are muscles maintain the muscle tone. If there are tone, so it can also easily be taken the posture of the muscle. So tone and posture, these are interrelated. As long as muscle tone is there, muscle posture that should be present. Muscle tone and posture, right? So these things are ki bollam, eta gelo ei je operation of muscle fiber, alpha gamma coactivation. Now see, what do you see? This is muscle during stretch condition. Muscle during stretch conditions. So muscle spindles are continuously sending signals. Means this action potential frequency increases during stretch. This is the action potential recorded during stretch. Now after muscle contraction, once muscles contraction takes place, muscle during contraction, what happens? This become muscle contraction, means shortening of muscles. As a result, what happens? Within muscles, what lies? Within muscles, muscle spindle lies. So that muscle spindles, the initial previous stretching, that will be gone. So muscle spindle will be relaxed without any stretch, relaxed. So do you think that signals will be going? No. Once muscles spindles get relaxed, there will be no stimulus. There will be no afferent stimulation or afferent signals going to the center, right? Integrating center. So stop of signal, that is called unloading. Loading, what was loading? Loading means stretching of the tendon. As a result, stretching of the muscles. As a result, stretching of the muscle spindle. Tinte structure. Tendon stretches muscle, muscle stretches muscle spindle. So now you see what can be regarded as muscle load and what can be regarded as muscle unload. Loading and unloading. These are simultaneous phenomena, and that is the reason that continuously, see, without your knowledge, muscle tone is continuously being maintained, isn't it? Or no? Muscle tone ache ki nahi? Dekho to. So against what? Stimulus ta kuthay? Where is the stimulus? Without your knowledge, without any stimulus, you cannot see any stimulus. But stimulus is there. What stimulus? Gravitation. Muscles are bulky. So these are under gravitation, under gravitational pull. So as a result, continuously muscles in a condition of pretensile condition, stretched condition. That always, without your knowledge, even you cannot sense that things, that property, ki amar body is continuously being, muscle tone is continuously being maintained as because of gravity of the muscles. So these are called what? Biceps are what type of muscles? Anti-gravity or gravity muscles? These are anti-gravity muscle. Why? Because against gravity you are lifting load, isn't it? Tohani to flex hoy. So this work against gravity, lifting weight, right? Against gravity. That's why these are called anti-gravity muscles. So here flexor is anti-gravity muscles, or here hamstring, just opposite. Eta opposite. Quadriceps is gravity muscles and hamstring is anti-gravity muscles. Biceps is anti-gravity muscles. A triceps is gravity muscles, because this cause passive extension, right? Passive extension. So this thing. So gravity, anti-gravity now clear. And do you think that without elicitation any reflex, continuously muscle tone is being maintained physiologically? Muscle tone is being maintained without your knowledge. But in paralysis, what happens? When in paralysis, in brain damage, in nerve damage, what happens? The muscle tone will be lost. So that causes paralysis of the muscles. As long as muscle tone will be there, muscle will be healthy muscles, so that movement is possible. Movement can be possible, right? Healthy muscles can work properly, but paralyzed muscles that work abnormally. Hemiplegia, you know, plegia means paralysis, paresis means paralysis. These are the clinical terms. Sometimes we call paresis, hemiparesis, hemiplegia, right? And sometimes we call paralysis. Paralysis to very common term. আমরাও মানে সবাই বলে। Everyone says paralysis, paralyzed, muscle paralyzed হয়ে গেছে। So paralyzed muscles means loss of muscle tone, paralyzed, loss of muscle tone, ঠিক আছে? এটা হচ্ছে the stretching the muscle, activate the muscle spindle, এটা তো বলেছি already I told. Now these are the, now see, these are the, see, both legs. So if one legs get contracted, say these are sometimes the reflex has many more uses, many more implications. So for withdrawal reflex, what is withdrawal reflex? As name suggests, withdrawal means what? Suddenly withdrawn. Say while walking, suddenly your toe fall into a nail, একটা nail, রাস্তায় একটা nail পড়েছিল, এ হলো, কি হবে? What will be the immediate response? Reflex response क्या होगा? What will be the immediate response? Suddenly you fall into a nail, কি হবে? नहीं, these will be withdrawn. The affected leg, these will be withdrawn, and other leg, what it will do? Other leg, it will support as a result of withdrawn. So to avoid fall, this will act like a column.